Oh, if only you knew what you were in for when you clicked this video. Stick around and keep watching, though. It's gonna get good. Anyway, what's up? It's JMac. Yesterday, I made an 8-minute video about a handful of frames in the corner of a screen in a 5-hour VOD. Breaking them down and analyzing them and providing all kinds of proof to what they were. And if that's the kind of autistic level of detail that you're looking for, look no further. From speedrunning to diving deep into the lore of games to analyzing videos frame by frame to prove that a reflection of a third monitor is truly the reflection of a third monitor. There's gonna be a lot for you to love. In all seriousness, though, I was expecting maybe a couple of hundred views on that video. I have a very small channel. I have less than 200 subscribers. I don't upload to this very frequently, or at least I didn't used to. I'm going to try to fix that. So I was just expecting a couple of hundred views because it's a very relevant topic, because my average views is like 20 to 30. But holy crap, guys. 10,000 views? 10,000 views. You guys are nuts. And I love you. I didn't really have a topic for another video planned per se, but I do have a lot of things that I'd love to talk about, and I will definitely cover any of the other developments with the Queen Pwnzalot Blindfolded drama, because I know there's going to be more. That's a sure thing. I know about the potential Logitech monitor leg evidence. I haven't looked into it. I haven't verified any of it. I will probably do that in the next video about the situation. But for now, I'm going to let that rest. For now, and for no reason at all, I would like to make a little how-to guide. How to speedrun a YouTube apology video. Before we can adequately discuss the speedrun strats and potential skips that can be made in an apology video run, it's important to break down what makes a YouTube apology video in the first place. There are many, many videos breaking it down, and several YouTube apology videos out there. There is no shortage of videos to choose from. And to research the video, I watched as many as I could find. And I read through their comments, and I watched a lot of the breakdowns and the parodies and the tier lists. I did my research, and I think I've come up with a good core set of 5 components that must be present in a YouTube apology video. So number 1 is the tone setter. It's important to convey just how serious you are about saying these words into your camera. The most popular apology run meta includes the standard sit down and sigh tech, where the creator turns on the camera, they're like messing with it, and then they sit down in whatever $500 gaming chair they have and let out a nice long sigh. And then they look at the camera all depressed, and they'll sometimes say things to themselves like, don't cry, it's gonna be okay. Or, I didn't want to have to make a video like this, or some other very serious statement to tell the audience that they're sad and just how serious they are about this video. A more recent meta development has been the inclusion of interpretive dance, or a musical instrument like a ukulele.
Hey.
Number 2 is addressing the concerns. And by that I mean saying that there are bad things being said about you. You don't have to tell anyone what's being said, just that there are bad things being said. In fact, most apologies don't ever directly address it. And when they do, they often minimize it or make excuses for it immediately after. There is no real meta for this segment yet, but perhaps the apology video speedrun community can come up with one eventually. And third is the apology itself. Very few videos can actually contain a real apology. We all know this. None of the apologies are truly apologies for what they've done. None of them are sincere. Maybe a couple of them are, but they're unicorns. But it wouldn't be an apology video without this core component. From the severe and continuous lapse in judgment to the I'm sorry to anyone who feels offended by this, the most popular meta seems to be to downplay what you did or to deflect the guilt onto someone else, or, in some very rare instances, and some recent instances involving ukuleles, to completely deny guilt and instead say you're guilty of being cringe. It's a bold strategy. Number 4 is the excuses. Every good apology video needs an excuse or a series of excuses, whether it's as simple as, I was in a dark place at the time, or as complex as writing an entire song about toxic gossip trains. The excuses are a vital part of any YouTube apology video. There is definitely a lot of optimizations and a lot of skips that can be done here, and I am eager to see what the community does with this. As if there's a community at all. And finally, we have the closing. In the closing, you typically thank your audience for sticking with you through this tough time, because we all know that it's a trying time for you and your audience, but most importantly, you. Not the victims, not anyone else, but you. It's your pity party, and everyone needs to know that you're the one who was hurt here, and you need the support of your fans to comfort you. The current meta is also to announce that you're going to take a break from uploading until you change your mind, and potentially upload a second response video, and then close out the video by thanking your fans for believing in you, and then you close the video. There are a lot of other optional parts of the apology video, but I believe these 5 elements sum up the critical core of a YouTube apology video, any percent speedrun. They themselves cannot be skipped in a speedrun, but there is a lot of optimization to be done within them, right? Like in the excuses segment, you could probably optimize that a lot by shortening the excuses while keeping them still like sounding like excuses. You can't just say dark place, for example. Like in my opinion, I think a good excuses segment has 1 solid excuse or 2 okay-ish excuses, right? And there's obviously room for debate on this. I'm sure what am I even saying? Like, there's not going to be a community for this. If there is, I'm going to jump off a curb. Like, I'm going to jump off a curb. And obviously, an apology video speedrun can't be edited. There can't be splicing. I imagine, though, there could be splicing in, like, potential meme percent runs. Oh my god, what am I doing? Because most apology videos are unedited to show how serious they are about talking to you unfiltered. That typically also means that it's unscripted, although there are a lot of scripted apology videos out there, Colleen Ballinger. For a 100% apology video run, obviously you need the 5 core components, but then there are also things that I've called side quests because I have no better word for them that are necessary for the completion of the run. I have definitely not identified all of them, but I have definitely made a list of some of the more relevant and more common ones, including a couple keynote ones that aren't common but are definitely iconic. First off, mentioning that it's unscripted and unedited, because that is a great way to convey the seriousness. I imagine this would be somewhere right after the first segment, or as a part of the first segment. So many people do it there, if at all, but it is a pretty common meta in the 100% completion. Fake crying or real crying? I will tune in for any cry percent speedruns that you guys do. I will be the first to watch that video. From the cries in Gucci to actual full-on tears that you forced yourself to cry. It's a great little inclusion for the 100% speedrun. Accusing others of wrongdoing and potentially starting a months-long drama war.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Saying how you want to be a positive influence and a force for good in the world. Obviously, anything that people say in those apology videos is trite nonsense. Yeah, I'm sure you want to do that, but like, everyone wants to unless they're a psychopath. And well, some of these people probably are psychopaths. Daring viewers to find proof of your wrongdoing or your other wrongdoing. This one's a Philip Mewson classic. So Philip Mewson was accused, rightfully so, of plagiarism. And in his apology video, he dared anyone to find any other examples of plagiarism that he'd committed. There were hundreds of examples. Recontextualizing the bad things that you've done. If you can't deny the thing that you've done wrong, then you can at least say that there's missing context, and the context makes it not as bad. Obviously, this is an incomplete list, and I look forward to seeing additional things added to that list by the community. I keep talking as if there's going to be a community, and I know there's not going to be. I hope there's not going to be. Also, there would probably be debate on just how many of these things can be done in one apology video, because sometimes doing one thing can exclude you from doing another. Although I would be impressed if someone could do all of them in a good time, in a good speedrun. And there are also the potential for a lot of other categories and meme percent runs, like ukulele percent or interpretive dance percent. But I'll leave that to you guys to decide. Finally, it is with great pleasure, or maybe I should say, with great seriousness, that I present to you my apology video speedrun, Blindfolded. Any percent. Alright, so this is going to be my YouTube apology video speedrun, any percent, Blindfolded. Now, I don't have any way to prove to you that I can't see through this blindfold. I don't have any lights or anything to shine through it, but this side's felt, this side's some other fabric. It's a layered fabric. God. So I'm just going to put this on. Now, if I really wanted to see, right, I would do this and then be like posing like this the whole time while I apologize. And I thought about doing it too. I'd be the apology video speedrun community's first cheating scandal. But I'm not gonna do that. Now, I'm gonna show you pulling my blindfold down. Video starts when I start to sit down. I'm just looking like I'm messing with the camera right now, and here we go. Don't cry, man. I really didn't want to have to be making this video, but here we are. Yeah, this video's unedited, unscripted. I just want to talk to you heart to heart. I know you guys have probably been wondering where I've been, and I know a lot of you have probably seen a lot of the horrible, horrible things I've been accused of doing and the things that have been said about me online lately, and I needed to make a video to address that. First of all, to anyone who has felt hurt or offended by the things that have been said or any of my actions, I am sorry that you feel offended. I have made a continuous lapse in judgment, and I am sorry. But I have to say that I was in a really dark place at the time. My mom murdered my dad, who then murdered my cousin. It's been really hard for me. I lost several friends. Yeah. And in closing, I would like to say that I'm always trying to do better. I'm trying to be a positive influence everywhere I can. And, you know, I wouldn't be anywhere without you guys. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me through these trying times. And I've decided that it would be best for me to step down from uploading for a while and clear my head. Thank you. God, I almost fucking laughed in that. 1:59. Yeah. Oh, this is so dumb. Oh.